This week on the Push Pull Legs podcast, where are the women in training? What to do in November and December for your business and for training? And why does Dan hate Halloween? And 3, 2, 1. It's my birthday, Dan.
Hey guys, welcome to the Push Pull Legs podcast with myself, Damik.
And birthday boy, Tom Hall.
Birthday boy. Technically, when this goes out, that'll be when we're
Yeah,
recording,
which it goes out
however.
tomorrow.
Yeah, but when we're
Like,
recording, it's not.
no,
So
this
don't
is
be trying to
the
get extra
elaborate.
time.
Everybody thinks this is a live show, and they're listening to it
Mm.
live. What day is it today, Dan? Wednesday.
Yeah, well, yeah, it just feels weird saying that 'cause
It's
it's not, is it?
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
You know.
Shockingly. I know, it's my
Yeah,
birthday tomorrow.
it
Everybody
is.
can wish me a happy birthday. Thank you.
How old are you? 39, 40? You're old, aren't you? You're well old.
I look
Well
well old
old.
though. The amount of greys.
I was about to say grey hairs all over the place.
Grey hairs everywhere, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely everywhere. I'm turning 35. I know, it's
35,
insane.
little baby.
35,
Such a
shockingly.
baby.
So,
Hey? Yes,
oh,
you're like a year and a bit younger than me, a year and a half. Yeah.
I mean, in personality, 10 years younger than me.
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
fun, all the fun's being had over here. Dan's a
Yeah,
responsible,
correct.
cool one. Like,
The
do
grumpy
your
old man.
thing. Yeah, but we're having more fun.
Grumpy old man over here, that's me. How old am
Correct.
I next year? 2026. I'll be 37. Fuck, man, that's old. That's well fucking old. I don't know why that seems loads older than 36. Like loads older though.
I almost 40, mate. Absolutely. I love that day.
Oh,
What we doing for your 40th?
fuck
Big
knows. Probably
rave.
playing golf somewhere, no doubt.
I
Usually what happens, isn't it?
don't know. We don't want to get you too moody on that day. No, we don't want to play golf. No, but yeah, we need to start off with that. Dan, 69.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool number,
Mm.
mate. Did you purposely have that? That's why you don't bogey the last, no? Uh,
Yeah. Oh, my arse fell out though, by the way. Like, so I was absolutely
on
fine all the way around.
It's not a hard hole that last hole either.
No, no, oh, no, no, no.
No.
So I'll tell you the story. So I managed to I've only ever made three birdies in a row once, and I did it again this round. And then the fourth one, it was so close. It was par five and like literally so close. And Mike and Alex were like, oh my God, like that would have been fucking insane. Anyway. Um it just didn't occur to me. I was like playing well, I was doing okay, and I was like, do you know what? I'm not like it's not it didn't really affect me. Um and I got another two birdies on the back nine that was all sound. It didn't really get to me. And then on the 17th, it kind of hit me. I was like, I'm four under. I was like, that ain't just like a little score. That's like, this would be my best ever score. I've played well and all this sort of stuff, right? On the tee box, hit the 17th drive straight down there. I was like, sweet, sound, no problem. Like, it's all one and goes, like, just a few more shots. And it's only at that point when I started to think about the score. I wasn't thinking about it at that point. I hadn't noticed it. I knew what I was doing, but I hadn't noticed. I was playing golf. And you know what it's like when you're on for half decent score. All of a sudden, you just shit your pants. Like you're just like fuck. Like every shot starts to mean a little bit more. So hit my drive down 17 and I had a wedge in to a slightly tucked pin, bunker in the front, like 100 yards, gap wedge, no problem. Bit of it into a bit of wind, no problem. Hit it, thought, yeah, it's decent. Sound going straight in and just dropped straight in the bunker. And I was like, fuck, that's not ideal. It's fine, no problem, whatever, blah, blah. Straight out of the bunker to within 5 feet, par save. I was like, fucking hell. I was like, you got around that. This is the next hole's easy. Easy hole, par five, right? It's a birdie hole. You go for the birdie all the
No,
time.
I know. I remember it.
All the
Yeah.
time. And we're playing on the slightly front tees as well because we're playing with Mike. So we're playing like 6,600 yards rather than seven normally. So I'm like, right. And stupidly, what did I do on the 18th tee, Tom? What was my thought? What was going through my head? What was going
Try
through
and
my head?
protect. Did you go try and protect your score and then
I
took
went,
a?
I went, all you need is a par. I went, all you need to do is par this hole, easy. So I then hit the drive and I've gone, just try and knock it down there. And of course, I've not then hit the drive as I would normally hit it with full power. It's fucking, I'm leaning back too far. It's gone sliced off to the
I
right,
was like, I
like
know. I've seen
fucking
you hit that
shit.
shot, so I know where it's
Yeah,
going.
yeah. And I was like, shit, shit, shit. So anyway, walk over to the sand. It's on the compacted sand and it's there and it's got an easy. I'm like, sweet, I'm okay. I've again. And then I was like, just save par, right? hit a 4 iron straight down there onto the fairway, no problem. 90 yard gap wedge again, 90 yards, right? And because the last one came up short in the bunker, I've gone long. Mr. Green gone long, right? I've gone right. No problem. You're good at chipping. You're well and good. You can chip it on, par save. All I kept saying was par save. Whereas if I'd have gone for the fucking birdie, right, and
Yeah, you're
tried
like,
to
oh,
play
I've got
like I would
par.
do properly, I'd have been sound, yeah.
Yeah.
And then duff the chip. I never duff chips. If anything, I thin chips. I've duffed behind the ball. And I've just gone like that. I've gone, oh my God, like what am I doing? And then you start not thinking properly and thinking clearly. Then I've just gone, I'll just put it because there was a little bit of the fringe, overhit it, 7 feet past. I've now got a 7 foot putt to save bogey. And all I could think about was like, you fucked it, you fucked it, you fucked it. And I luckily made the putt for a bogey. And I got 300. But I was like, it's just a prime example of like how you just don't think straight in different situations. With a bit of pressure on, I should have just gone for it like I would do normally. Always just do what I would do normally. But you don't, you think differently. You think, oh no, I can't do that, I do that. And it all goes to pot, man. It was good. It was a good learning experience though, if I remember in that situation again, to remember it.
Hmm.
But fuck me, man. Like, oh, so frustrating. Like, and I actually wasn't that arsed at the end. I just laughed. I said to Alex, like, it's
Yeah.
just fucking funny. I was like, your best score. And I was like, I can't dwell on this. I can't dwell on the fact that I fucked up the last hole. Like, it's just going to annoy me. So, it was funny. It was very funny.
Well, I'm
But
glad
there
I
you
brought it
go.
back up then. That's good.
Yeah, no, that was it. That was that, mate. Yeah. So no, it was really nice actually. I just really enjoyed
Hmm.
it. Like it was a weird thing, like when you're playing well and hitting the ball, it's going where you want it to, and you've always got lots of I don't know. Just it was really reminding me why I love playing fucking golf. To be fair, which
When
was
you're playing well and you feel realize you've got enough level of control over what you're doing, you're just
yeah,
like, yeah, this is good. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And it was the fact I birdied like par fours as well. It wasn't even like it was just par fives or something like that. It was like it was
yeah.
just I was just playing pretty decent golf all around,
Mm.
which was nice. But yeah, yeah, it was good, and I did it in front of Alex and Mike, which is always nice. Just a reminder.
I've got Mike on Grint now as well, so I can see he's posting his scores. So
Yeah,
that's
he's
fun.
he's posting his high scores. Um,
Well,
so yeah, that's
I
fun. So
always
yeah,
I always look at those. I get hit by those the things where like, oh, it's Steve. What are you gonna shoot today? And like the amount of people are like, oh, I hope to get 130, or I'm hoping to hit a 115. I'm like, what the fuck? What sport are you playing? I don't get it.
so
Like,
it's funny because we were talking because he was like, oh, it's pretty shit, really not breaking 100. Fucking hell, I should be breaking 100, blah blah. And I said to him, I said, mate, you do realize, and I googled it, only 45% of golfers ever break 100.
that's crazy. Like I had to
That mu I
congratulate
mean,
one
I
of my
don't know.
mates the other day because he just broke 100 for the first time, and he's been playing for about 3 or 4 years. I'm like,
Yeah. I
I
was
only
like, I
just
don't
broke
know if that
100.
includes people that have just picked up a golf club randomly, but I'm the same as you.
Don't
I'm
know.
like, I'm like, really? I'm like, what do you mean shooting
I'm like, I have
115?
a,
And you
I have
and
a
you and you
meltdown when it's
and you
like near
enjoy that?
90. I'm
And
like,
you
fuck.
enjoy that, do you? You enjoy going around doing that? I was like, okay. Yeah, yeah, it's just funny. I mean, I have a meltdown when I get a fucking double bogey, mate. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
my God.
exactly.
Like, so it's just, I don't know, it's just different levels, obviously, but it's just funny. Like, he was beating himself up. It doesn't help that he plays with me and Alex, I don't think, as well. That doesn't help him. If you're trying to break 100, you're playing with two players that play off, one or
Mm.
zero, one and three. It's like, you're going to feel a bit like, oh, can't play this
It's
game.
flat track bullying it. Just don't worry. It's fine. Just get you back over here and then you're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, that's it. No, I can't, I've got no comeback. I've got no comeback
Literally,
for
nah,
him.
it's fine. Proof of the pudding, mate.
Yeah. At
No, it's fine.
least my back's
Anybody
better
realize
now.
we,
That's
we
my
played
back
we,
was
we played
fucked.
twice over here and I beat Dan twice. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah, interesting. So we'll see what happens in the next edition, which might not be until fucking next year. Like well it won't be until next year, but might be over here again.
I think we need to make it on neutral territory to really find out.
Where's that?
Well, I don't know,
What's
we can go on
neutral
holiday. We
territory?
can go on holiday to Turkey or something, play golf or
Oh,
fucking,
right,
I don't
okay,
know,
yeah. Well,
something
that's
like that.
still that would be very manicured. It would still be very, very.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who won in Italy? Let's do it
We did
there again, shall
Parkland.
we?
Yeah.
Can we do there again, shall we?
No,
Oh,
I don't want to
yeah.
go to Italy. Portugal. Be fine.
Yeah.
Do Portugal.
Yeah.
Be fine. Just make the longest flight for you. So it's fine. We know your back won't be able to hack it. So.
Yeah, just fuck my back off, mate. Sound. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What else is happening? It's Halloween, and I've noticed this, Dan. You're miserable in the fact that you're having to go. People not wanting to carve pumpkins. What the fuck? What's happening, bro? What?
Oh no, not car pumpkins, pick pumpkins.
Pip pumpkins. What,
Oh
go
well,
to like a field?
not only, right. Okay, yeah. Not only do I think, no, firstly, Halloween is possibly the worst of all the kind of like seasonal
Look at
things,
this
like
guy,
the
the
worst one,
fucking
the worst one.
55-year-old cab driver.
Oh, it's the worst, right? But the one that got me was that people are because
Hmm.
people are going to these muddy fields to pick pumpkins out of fields where
With
artificially
kids,
put
I think it's good.
people have artificially put these pumpkins in these fields, right? And I'm just like, what are you doing? You're paying well over the odds for a pumpkin to pick out of a field like that wasn't even grown there, didn't even belong there, doesn't come from there, right? Now I get maybe you want to make a Halloween thing out of it, blah blah blah. But then for me, I'm always like, everyone's moaning about how there's no money and there's a cost of living crisis, and you're paying fucking 50 quid to go and pick a pumpkin. I'm like, just go to the supermarket, mate. Like they're better. I haven't got a problem with carving them necessarily. I still don't think I wouldn't necessarily rush to do it and think it's fun. I think it's just a waste, to be honest. But if you're thinking about being green and saving the planet, the amount of energy that goes into growing them, the crops, the transportation of them, to just carve them out, put a candle in, and then have to throw it away, I personally think is a complete waste of resources. But that's just my opinion. I don't judge people for doing that. The pumpkin picking as an adult for me is a bit extreme. I just think it's stupid. I don't get it. Like, again, if it's for kids, I don't mind it as much. But I've seen grown adults going to pick pumpkins on my Instagram, which is embarrassing, number one. And number two, the other thing I have with Halloween that I really dislike, and I posted on my story again the other day,
Scary
was that,
monsters.
well, yeah, I don't like the scary monsters, number one. But number two is that parents will spend all year telling their kids to be safe and not accept sweets off strangers. And then the one day of the year, they go around strangers' houses and ask for sweets. I don't understand the concept. I just don't get the meaning of it's all been lost. It's all just give me sweets. And it's like, that's not the point of it. The point of it was you gave them the sweets so that you didn't egg their house or play a trick on them. It was trick or treat. The point being, it was like you didn't want to have to do the trick. And I'm like, no one's going with any tricks these days. No one's going around egging houses like we used to when we were younger. No one's doing the trick bit of it. Do you know what I mean? They're just expecting sweets. So I don't like it, Tom. I don't like the commercialization of Halloween. Annoys me. There you go. That's me ranting away. Don't
Right,
think it's good. Yeah, don't think it's good. I don't like it.
with
And
the
like even and Easter's the other one that I'm not, again, it's more religious, right? So I understand the concept.
it's
But in
more
the same
religious
way
than
that,
Halloween.
well, obviously,
Well,
but in but well, no,
yeah.
yeah, obviously, but in
Is
the same,
Halloween
but in the
religious in
same,
any
but in the
way?
same, but in the same breath, probably for some people, probably witches or something like that, right? But in the same way
Salem, they love it. Like
with
fucking
Easter,
absolutely crazy.
again, I hate the whole like people just think it's chocolate. I'm like, no, like, oh, I get wound up, Tom,
Chocolate
because
bunnies.
I get wound up at, right, is the hypocrisy of people not liking capitalism and not liking marketing and blaming all these things, but then not understanding that they are the worst contributors to it. Winds me up. There you go. I love capitalism, but I would not buy pumpkins. Waste of money.
Well, I
Waste of
bought
money.
pumpkins. Did you see
I saw
my
yeah, your pumpkin was the size of my little finger, Tom. So you messed that
well, it
up, didn't
wasn't
you?
me. It
Oh,
wasn't
sure.
me. It
Yeah, yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
me. Like Chloe ordered one. She was like, "Oh, I've ordered one," because
Do you know
we
what I
we
loved as well? I loved it was so like Marylebone of you. Oh, in the Ocado shop, I put a pumpkin. Oh, don't worry. Oh, in the Ocado shop, I have it delivered. I was like, oh God, come on,
we
go
had
and
a,
pick one at least.
we had an Ocado
Supermarket.
shop, and then like, well, Chloe was like, "Oh, I'll get one," because she wanted to. I was about to say sculpt. I'm not sculpting anything away, like carve. Yeah, because we've had it. We have done it like most years as kind of like a coupley thing, right? When we first started dating, we did that. We did it through like whatever. Um, and then, yeah, we tend to do it with like either our godchildren or stuff like that, but we can't do that this year. But then she was like, "Oh, I'll order one. Don't worry, I'll do that but on the Ocado shop." And I turned up after I came back from football last night, and I'm back playing football though. Absolutely
I've
love it.
heard. I've
Amazing,
heard.
and
Yeah.
I'm not injured. It's amazing.
Yet.
And a day. All I want to play is all the people at football at golf because I'm like, I'll smash you all of this. It's like I'm not fit enough to play football currently in my current state. I was like, when at my racing weight, I was probably about 8 to 10 kilos lighter when I was playing proper football. I probably need to lose that. Won't, but nevertheless.
Mm,
Wait, hit the ball as far, will I? Wait, mass moves mass, no? Don't know.
correct.
Maybe. or I'll probably correct. Good. Yeah, and then she got the order of the pumpkin. I was like, is when I walked in, I was like, is this the pumpkin? She was just like, don't.
Mm.
Like, is this the one you ordered? The one that says on the label, it says Munchkin Pumpkin is the name of the pumpkin. I was like, did that not give it away? Like, oh,
Mm.
brilliant. So I walked back from M&S today with a fully grown adult pumpkin. Guess how much a pumpkin is?
I may don't because it's just gonna wind me up.
So no,
Don't.
I was actually like reasonably surprised.
If you spent anything more than £10 on it, you're a moron.
£3.
Okay,
That's
better.
okay, right? You could get a smaller one, like not as small as the one that Chloe. I reckon Chloe's ornamental fucking pumpkin was more expensive than the one I picked up from M&S, like just to do that. But yeah,
And
like
see,
you
this
can
is the
get
thing I
like
find
that
odd is you can get
size
them for
for
£3, and but then people are paying. I know they're paying 40
yeah,
quid
yeah.
for one from a
You,
pumpkin
you
patch.
could
I
you could
don't.
get
It
a
just winds me
decently
up.
like a size I don't know size three football size was
Mm.
like £1. Like you can get them for £1, like a little
Yeah.
one for like a kid, like maybe a kid like that's about 6 or 7 could carve quite happily, and then like the bigger ones, and you can get giant ones, but they're £3. I thought that was quite good. I was expecting to pay more, if I'm honest, but maybe I don't know.
Do you ever sit there and think, like, with that, for example, £3 for that pumpkin, right? This is just maybe it's just me and my way my brain works. I try and work out how they're making any money on
Right?
these
What's
things.
I'm
So
just
three
thinking
pound,
yeah,
right? So you're thinking, right? Okay, let's just say M&S, right? Want to make, I'd say per pumpkin, they probably want to make at least 80p a pumpkin. M&S, at least, right?
I would
Probably even a
be
pound.
assuming it's a loss leader.
Yeah, let's just assume they want to make some money, right? Yeah, okay. Let's just assume they want to make 50p, right? So then you go £2.50.
Yeah,
Right. So then you go, well, within that, there's going to be transportation costs of moving the lorry and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know what that'd be per pumping, but even if it's 30p, right? A bit less than that, but let's call it 30p. So what we're on now? We're on £2.20. Then you go, well, the farmer is going to want to have sold it for some sort of a profit.
yeah.
They're going to want to make a pound. They're not have as a loss leader. They're going to make a pound a pumpkin. That's £1.20. It must cost more than £1.20 for the seed, the fertilizer, the space on the land, the tractor equipment, everything like that. I just don't understand how it can make any money like
And
that
a
sort of thing.
pumpkin takes 90 to 120 days to grow from seeding to harvest. So it's a
Maybe
third of the year.
maybe it's not as long. Maybe it's not as long as I thought it would. Just given their size, I thought it might be a bit longer. But I
Mm.
just think that surely there must be more profitable things that you can grow on that space than a pumpkin for that price. Do you know? Like, I don't know. I just and it's funny because from watching Clarkson's Farm is when I start to get interested in this stuff. You realise about how they're really fine, the profit margins, and like obviously a bit of rain
So
or
low.
not miss the harvest. You all this for £3 a pumpkin. I'm just like because you could sell that to eat, right? People do. They sell it, pumpkin, puree, and they put it in soups and shit. And I don't know, just find it
Yeah,
odd.
yeah.
Anyway, maybe there's different types of pumpkins. Maybe it's like apples. You've got cooking apples, and you've got make you got ornamental apples or whatever. Maybe you got the same thing with fucking pumpkins. You got ornament pumpkins and cooking
Ornamental,
pumpkins.
ornamental apples. I
Yeah.
mean, I know what I'm buying if you're better.
Uh,
Anyway,
I just yeah, I just don't like the consumerism of it all. It just annoys me. It annoys me. Only because people moan about that all the time. They moan about how much expensive things are and all this, and like I say, capitalism and business. And I'm like, well, you'll contribute to it more than anyone. You fucking losers.
literally.
I just
But
don't
yeah,
get it.
Halloween's was it on Friday, so it's gonna be nice and spooky. But yeah, have my birthday first, then it's Halloween, and then it's bonfire night. So just a trifecta of amazing holidays.
Bonfire night, another one. Fireworks. Don't get it. Don't get it.
Who's that person? Who's the person who lists the worst fit? Roy Keane. You are Roy
Yeah.
Keane. He literally was
But
like,
no, but
you know
like
what's overrated? Smiling. He's
smiling, yeah,
smiling.
smiling, yeah.
Smiling. Something can fireworks. He's just
I
like,
think
don't
I
get it.
think it's
Don't get
I
it.
don't I'm not I don't think it's not necessarily from I actually understand it from a kid for kids going to see fireworks and I get the wow thing of that. But once you've seen a firework display, you've seen them all. Let's be honest, like
Do
it's not that great.
you do you like mulled wine? No, of course you
No,
don't. Of course, yeah.
no.
Okay.
Why would I like mulled
You
wine?
really are the Grinch. This guy.
No, 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 no,
Oh.
no, 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 no. You can't say that because I do like Christmas.
Okay.
I'm
Do you like
not. I'm
advent
not.
calendars? Do you like advent calendars?
No, as an adult, you're like you're a moron if you've got an advent calendar. You don't need that. No one needs an advent calendar as an adult, right? That's just stupid, right?
No,
But
it's not a
Christmas,
need, Dan. It's just a want. Nobody needs you as a business coach.
no, they do actually. I think I find based on what I've seen today, they do. But like I love Christmas. I think it's great, and I don't actually mind as much buying the gifts at Christmas and the consumerism a little bit around Christmas. I don't mind it as much because I think a lot of families do come together, and I think it's great for that. And like I think that sort of thing I don't mind as much. I think the food and stuff. I think you should be overeating. You should be getting loads of nice food in that you don't eat all year round. I do like that. I think Christmas is great. Got no problem with Christmas whatsoever. Even New Year, I don't have a problem with either. I think it's a good time to celebrate. It's just everything in between. Not a fan of it. Easter, Halloween, fucking firewood, bonfire night. Don't get it. Don't get
Oh, it's
it.
all good. I think we come from just different walks of life. I'm anything for an excuse, like to be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, but you like
Cool.
people. That's why.
Mm,
You like being around
some
people
of the time, like, well, my
more
wedding
than
wasn't
me.
about people, wasn't it? Fucking too many fuckers. Still
There was
people
too many
fucking,
people there. Yeah.
too many people, so many people. People are still fucking posting about it. It's fucking nuts. It's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, we're done. We're done. We're good. That's fine. We're fine. All right, let's talk.
Have you got the
That's what
video back
everybody.
yet?
Video of what?
Wedding video.
No,
Hmm,
not yet. We had that sneak peek, which the sneak peek's only meant to be like 12, 15 fucking photos, and they sent us about
Yeah.
50, 60, probably more, 100. We're like, fucking hell. So I sent Laura
Hmm.
some. I didn't want to send you because I was like, she'll show you. Yeah.
Charming.
Did she show you or not?
Probably.
I thought she might like them more than you. There was a couple few of me and you in there as well. I also sent them to some of your clients so that they could put it as a background. I wanted to see if
Yeah,
they then
I
do
got
that.
that. Yeah, I
All
got
right,
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Me in a top hat. Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
Danielle had that
Yeah.
at the back of her thing.
Oh,
Very
really?
clever. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, do this. Just put that in the background for me.
She did it. She did it, and she was like trying to almost take the mick. I was like, "No, I look pretty good there." I was like, "That's fine." I was like, "Why is that a bad thing? That's not a bad photo." I was like, "I'll take that
I
one anyway."
forgot they asked her. I thought Clara was to do it as well. I was like, okay, maybe
I've
I'll
not
just
spoken to
force her.
Clara since.
All right,
She
okay.
might do it.
She
She
might
might
do
well do it. Well, no,
it.
next door. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Very good.
Yeah, all right. Well, we've got to talk about actual stuff. So I guess we're going to talk about, speaking of that, two women. We're going to just say where are the women? And I guess on the back end, what the plans are. What are our plans business-wide? What we think should be the plans maybe from a fitness or dealing with your clients in a kind of fitness space, maybe from you business and then me.
Mm.
I guess I can talk about how they should be fucking training because a lot of my clients are doing very similar things right now. But nah, it's not because we're on a plan. Nah, it's just not because it's the time of year to do something. But yeah, anyway, where are the fucking women, Dan?
Yeah, it's something we've always. I mean,
We've
we've
talked about
previously
this
looked at.
previously,
We've
haven't we?
talked about it a lot, even down to people getting guests on the podcast. Right, we've talked about it a little bit
We
as
we made
well.
a conscious effort for like a year, didn't we?
Hmm.
Of like we're
Yeah,
only going to try and ask girl because we're two very alpha males that are sitting right here, right?
so alpha,
Just absolute alpha,
the
and
most.
yeah, we made a really big conscious effort of trying to get girls, women to highlight like particularly people in maybe the training space rather than because I feel like the
Mm,
nutrition space and certainly the behavioral training space is more maybe dominated by girls,
mm,
women, ladies. But the training space is, yeah, few and far between. I think it's been highlighted by in my members group, my coaches group, which I got told should be being charged 3 times the price today. Thank you. I'm so much
mm,
value. It's insane. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, which I've got 10 lectures in there currently, and I've got four, no, I've got more than that, but in terms of guest lectures, 10 in there, and then I've got four that I'm about to film with people. Of those, I guess 14, 15 ready to roll. One is a female. That is
mm,
it. That's an issue. Like, that is me. Now I have to like but I don't want it to be subtracting from the fact that the people I'm reaching out to because I want their expertise. I'm not going after like a kind of equality kind of thing where I'm like I must have an Indian. I must have this. I'm going based off who I perceive as the best to talk about that subject that I get on with and how I can bring them into my community and I can get the best knowledge base for my coaches that
Mm.
are in that group. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm struggling to maybe it's within my ecosystem or whatever to find, and I want to highlight girls that are awesome at their jobs. Um, and are awesome coaches or athletes or physios to come and talk about certain things. And maybe it's up to me to outreach to these people, but I'm having to weirdly, because I coach coaches, I'm having to rely on my coaches that I coach to come in and do guest shows. So I've got two of them lined up in the back end of the month now, two women to come and talk about one that's not really in my kind of thing that I don't really want in the group, which is a business development thing, because that's what I believe she's good at, but it's about opening studios as a one-to-one coach. I'm like, that's not something that a
Mm.
lot of people know how to do. So I was like, and it's definitely something as an avenue that some people talk about, and she's done it twice. So I was like, let's do that. And then there's one that's an ultra athlete, which is like, boom, talk about running, let's go. So it's a weird one because so the four lectures I have that are coming up, right? I have two football S&C coaches, a lecturer, a doctor of physiology, and an S&C coach that works in Boston. And I'm like, all male dominated, all S&C, all training dominated, or kind of science-based things or lab coat guys. And it does seem that way. Um,
I
what are we doing wrong?
I I think as a sweeping generalization, which I have to be careful doing that, obviously, of course.
Hmm.
In my experience of my clients that I work with, right, of the people that I've got on my list right now, I would say more often than not, if I had to, yeah, I'll say it. No, screw it, I'll say it. I would say that I spend more of my time trying to build up the confidence in my female clients than my male clients. I feel like I spend a lot of time saying, you can say that, go and say that. If that's what you really believe, put it out there. Say it with your chest, say it with confidence, really beat that drum. Um, I'm not saying I don't have those conversations with guys. I do, 100%. There's certainly many males I do as well. But the overarching trend would be more females than males that I would have that conversation with. I can think of a few off the top of my head of certainly males that I've said to them, this is your thing that you're good at. This is what you're really great at. This is what's good about you. You need to go and shout about it. And they just go away and shout about it. And they just do it. And they have the confidence in themselves to do that. Is it confidence? I don't even know. Is it that fear of being judged? Maybe I think that maybe females are judged more harshly than males. I certainly would get that feedback from female coaches as well, that they feel like they can't say this stuff because they are more harshly judged than men. I think that's a valid point. I think that we see that across the board in a lot of other maybe professions as well, that they do get judged to a higher level, to a higher degree. Maybe there's that. Um, but yeah, I just know from my personal experience of having these conversations, I'm regularly telling female clients that they should have the confidence to say these things and say it loud and proud and be okay with that. Um, Maybe that's a society thing where that's just across the board that they don't have the confidence as much to say these things again for not for say for fear of being judged, but because that's their lived experience that they're judged more, so they just don't put it out as much. Um, is it that some guys are more pig-headed and just say this stuff and don't care about the judgment or the ridicule or the comments? Maybe they're not as sensitive. I don't know. Maybe that's again. I can't just say all women are sensitive like that. But as a generalization, is that what it is? I don't know. I think that's more us asking the question. I don't think I'm not giving the answer. I'm just asking the question with that sort of stuff. Again, that's just a generality. I'm not saying that like say every bloke is really confident and every woman's not. That's not what I'm saying. Before fucking someone thinks that, but that's what my experience would be. I don't know what your experience is working with other PTs and certainly maybe
Well, it's an
educational
interesting one. I
spaces.
just I was just doing some quick maths. I was just like looking because obviously I just work with coaches, right? But in the training space, and it looks like maybe 35. As in terms of my one-to-one clients, I reckon 35%, 40 of them are female. So
Oh,
there's
let me
obviously
get up mine.
there's a skew there, right? In terms of it's not 50-50, but it's about what I'd expect, if I'm honest, in terms of like coaching and stuff, especially with what I do. like training, boom. I don't deal in nutrition. I don't deal in behavioral change. If people are looking for a shoulder to cry on, I can get there, but it's like that's not what people are going to come to me for. They're looking for education, they're looking for confidence and stuff like that, which is sound. But also maybe from all of my girls on here, I've got no issue with like putting them on like maybe a podcast or anything. But I don't know. I only know them because they've obviously reached out to me. It's not like a I've started following them or anything like that. So, and I
Yeah,
would
so
not say
yeah.
in all I'm just looking through and just thinking about all of their specialities and one.
So I think so. A third of my clients are female. And
So
I think that's
yeah,
quite a high.
about the same,
I think
about the
that's
same,
quite a
right?
high.
So
Yeah, it's about the
yeah,
same. And I think that's also based on the amount of female to males there are in the industry. I'd
yeah,
say that's a high percentage.
yeah.
Um,
Which
so
we've said it before, where females reach out for help better.
yes, they are far better at accepting they need help, far better at doing that. And maybe there's part of it where, like I just said about the confidence thing, where they're far better at reaching out for help at the time where they know they need it. So they need more of a confidence boost. Whereas maybe some of the guys going all in and then they realize they need help and it's taking a while to ask for it. So when they do ask for it, they're just going to go and do whatever it is you say you tell them to do. But yeah, based on the amount of again female PTs and stuff in the industry, I'd say that ratio is quite high for me and you
Yeah,
to have
literally.
that.
So I'm just looking at in the like the members group, right? So I've got 30 plus people in the group and I'm just flicking through. I know them all okay-ish, whatever. And like two, I think, of the females are their specialism is training. And
Hmm.
let's say the members group is like at least 10, 15 females. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Just whereas the guys, I guess you could say it the other way around. Well, I don't know actually, because most of the guys would do nutrition. If they're like just fat loss coaches, they obviously would, right? So,
Yeah,
oh, actually, I think they're one, but then they do scooter classes. But yeah, it's a weird. I don't know. I don't know whether is it because then I'm looking at like, or is it something that if you're a female, listen to this, can you like go head first into this and think like, fuck, this is my niche, this is what I'm trying to do, boom, 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 and really like nail down that kind of the voice of S&C within female training. Um, but I don't know.
the more I think about it, the more I think that if it would be I think it will be the judgment thing. I think it'll feel like women have feel like they want to say something, but they're going to get shot down or they're going to get put in their place. Maybe I don't know. I think if we asked them, and I think if the clients of ours who are female who will speak to us in private, I would imagine that that might be something that they would say. Um, because I think that it's again like say for example, right, a bloke says something and a female disagrees with him, he's just going to go, yeah, whatever. Like blah blah blah, whatever. Like don't care. And I think whereas if a female posts something and a male disagrees with her, I think there's a little bit of I just think they'll take it to heart a bit more. But I also think that in a male-dominated industry, I think that's what makes them just not want to do it and not put themselves out there. I
Yeah,
think that we forget, maybe we don't, as I say, we forget. I think we know we just expressed it that it's a male-dominant industry, and I do feel like it's probably easier to just keep almost themselves to themselves and just not try and do that because as a female then they're trying to speak to a male dominated audience about a subject that they feel that they're qualified in and the general consensus could be that they feel like they're not taken seriously because 90% of the audience are going to be male. I think that could be a huge part of it. um Looking at it now, I think that that would be it, which is why I
mm,
think a lot of the females that are very good at what they do, they tend to focus more on the female specific issues within fitness, which is why they then have that expertise and knowledge base there. Um, like I know for a fact that me and you wouldn't worry or wouldn't care about going to watch a female with her expertise and her authority if we were going to learn something and that wouldn't even enter
no,
our mind. But I think that we're probably in the minority if we were to be really honest about that. And I think that other blokes would be like, I'm not going to watch her. Like, what's she going to teach me? Like, that's just the archaic way that a lot of blokes still think. Like,
literally.
again, not all men, blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff. But I've seen it in the industry, and you do get it. And I think that there's probably an element of both. overt but also covert sexism in the fitness industry because of the way it is male dominated. Like that's just probably inevitable to a certain degree. I don't think many people who listen to this would be in that camp. I don't think many of our audience would be in
No,
that
they're
camp.
not going to be, are they? They're
So
going to be like,
yeah,
what? Because the echo chamber, they seek us out, so it's like a
yeah.
fairly, yeah. I mean,
Because
that's
it's the same crowd that would look at a bodybuilder and go, well, I'm not going to, or look at us and go, I'm not going to take advice of you because you're not big. Do you know it's that? It's like, okay,
yeah.
that's still a prevailing thought, right? Isn't it? Is like, what do you know? Can you only see it? You see it in the comment sections of guys posting content.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw one of Mike's clients, Jack, that they posted, and he posted a natural physique thing, natural physique comparison, right? Like he'd been training for 7, 8 years. On one comment he had, it was like, "That's pathetic. You can get this in a year." And on the, you had another comment saying like, "At least tell them you're using gear, bro. Like, don't you know? You're like, so which one is it then? Do you know what I mean? You kind of go like, you can't win, and it's just, I think it's just again in our little echo chamber, you just don't realize that we like, of course, we want to see women in fitness talking about their things that they're really great at, but I think it's because we're at that level
Hmm.
where again we don't entertain the idea that the other parts of the industry are out there that could be like that and treat women like that because we just don't see it. But I think it is there. If I'm being honest, again, I wouldn't know. I don't partake in it, but I'd imagine it would be there based on what I know of comment sections on fitness videos. It's like fuck me, is
Yeah.
this
Then
still going
that's a
on? You know?
snapshot of our industry and the people that are, in theory, could be clients going forward. And it's
Mm,
like,
yeah,
ooh, that's a sad aspect. But yeah, understandable. Right. So
yeah.
if you're a female, listen to this, and or if you know any cool females in the training space specifically, I'm not interested in nutrition. Um, yeah, throw them to me, and I'll look at their Instagram. And if they haven't posted for fucking 2 months, then unfortunately I'm not going to use them. So that's one thing as well. I'm just like, all right, be current. If you're really good about what you do, then that's what tends to happen as well with some of the female S&C coaches. They just don't do it much. They don't shout about. I guess it's the fear of whatever it be. And I'm like, cool, nail it.
Mm,
Get someone like Dan to be like, just hound you to be like, fucking keep posting. They will get through. Yeah, it's interesting.
yeah.
All right, November, December. Oh, very briefly, we put like 5 minutes on the clock. Boom, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Clients, training aspect. Obviously, they're all snowflakes and they have their own personal of whatever they're doing, and everything has to be at no. Most of my guys will be going through strength work right now because it is better to be in the gym than it is outside. Cool, wonderful. That's usually what's happening. And we prioritize in terms of, oh shit, Tom, we got all the runs and stuff. Cool. You also prioritize speed and kind of threshold runs because they're shorter and you can go outside and it's colder, so you don't sweat as much and it's a bit easier to maintain your heart rate and be lower. That's why you do these probably now. So speed work, all that kind of shit. Your body's a little bit colder, but you have to take a little bit longer to warm up. Perhaps if you're doing track work, if you're doing running, if you want your 5K PRs, all that kind of shit. Yeah, you're doing thresholds and more than anything else. And VO2 max efforts. And yeah, I'd focus on that throughout this season. So when the summer comes around, that's pumped up a little bit more. But if you're thinking about gym work, let's go strength, please, please, people. It's 10, you can spend a little bit longer in the gym because it's warmer. So go and do that. So you're not having to do lots of stuff outside. That is, yeah, less than 2 minutes, mate. That's what a lot of my guys are doing. A lot of them are on like cluster sets and kind of
Mm.
triphasic training and like kind of 2 3 month 5-3-1 or 2x4s with power development. Those are the general things that my guys and girls are doing right now.
So do you want me to talk about more from a business point of view, what to do this
Correct.
these months? Um,
Drink.
share what you're doing. Honestly, coaches are awful at this time of year of sharing muscle gain, maintenance phases, how they manage weekends, how they manage flexibility, how they do all the things. All they do is go, put your coat on to get your steps in. It's cold outside. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right. It's like that's literally all they do. And like and so coaches what they do a lot of the time is they moan that at this time of year clients fall off, they lose their clients, they can't retain them and all this sort of stuff. And my comeback to that is always, well, you as far as I know, from what I can see, is you only ever do fat loss phases. You don't do muscle gain phases, you don't change your training, you don't do any power work, you don't do any strength work, you don't do anything, you're not challenging yourself. And I think that this time of year is absolutely perfect to show the importance of muscle building, muscle gain, go through a 12-week program, improve your measurements, increase size, increase strength, do go through like we used to do with 5-3-1 and like Brett Contreras 2x4. We used to test, retest, test again, see the improvements,
That's
see the changes. I don't
that's
see
one
any
thing as
coaches doing
well.
it. None of them do it.
The testing is obviously something that we brought up maybe a few weeks ago, right? Because I did it
Mm.
like this whole month has been about testing in the group, and I had 6 or 7 on the call, and not one of them were doing testing, and I was like, "Fucking hell,
Yeah.
guys, future pace! Like, what the fuck are you
Honestly, they're
doing?"
awful. They are
Like,
awful
I
at
was
it.
like,
And
how do your clients know if they're not? I was like, I guarantee because I had a call with someone this morning, right? And he was like, it was so eye opening because that I get clients who he didn't know what to do because they didn't want to take progress photos and they didn't want to weigh themselves. Oh, thumbs up. But I was like, well, what did you do then? It's like, I don't really know. I was like, fucking physical tests, so like performance tests, like, they're so key. And it's like, and it's such an easy fucking thing to do because they do
so
the
easy.
training, they get better, and they're
So,
like baffled, like of
and
like
this is
if
why I get frustrated with coaches is that they they moan about their clients only ever wanting to do fat loss
yeah, yeah, and you're
and that
like,
they
all
can't
right,
keep them.
well,
They stay for 12 weeks and then do nothing.
use this bit. I would guarantee it. Like I'm most of my guys through the strength phase. Guess what they're doing at the end of November? Or testing because they're not going to test in December, really, because they've got social events and they're going to get drunk and they're doing stuff like that. So my
Mhm.
last kind of bit is going to be the end of November. That'll be like my cue for testing, and then we'll reassess perhaps in February, March time. We're not going to do
Mm.
anything over because January's a shithole, and it's like, all right, you can train again because you're shut off from the world. But yeah, I would implore, and if you don't know what to do, if you've made it this far to the podcast, I have a I have a webinar coming out who you can download straight away. But if you get to the end of that webinar, or you can just scroll to the fucking end, I am giving people a foolproof fucking starter pack to testing. But you have to make it to the end of that video on programming.
Shock.
But yeah, those two things that are in those videos, like free webinars, and go do it. It's so simple because there's one of my guys, Tony, I can think of. We implemented stuff. He does a little bit of mentoring with me, but just for training circumstances, and it is night and day. He has a full waiting list of for coaches. He's building up his studio business, and he's been on holiday about 6, 7 times this year. But you know what? One of the biggest things he hasn't changed much of his coaching. We implemented testing, and suddenly his clients see a different thing when he was only doing fat loss, and now he's doing a little bit of performance. And it's
Mhm.
not crazy. He's got like a 1K assault bike thing, or like, oh, I'm gonna do a Pendlay row thing and doing like that. I think people get in their own heads and like, oh, but they don't want to test. Oh, they do. Fine. Just throw it in randomly. Or
Mhm.
create a whole day of it. That's what I do.
The thing the thing that annoys me about that is clients don't know what they want. I hate that. It's like, oh,
Literally.
they don't want to do testing. They don't know what they do not
They
know what they
don't
want. They're
know.
the ones they're looking to you for advice. They're looking to you as the expert. You tell them what to do. You tell them how they should be. That winds me up. It's like, oh, if you, of course, if they just bumble along, they're not going to go in. Of course, they can drop off coaching. They don't see any benefit to it. Do you think footballers want to do pre-season if you give them the option? Do they fuck? Of course they don't want to do pre-season. Make them do it because it needs to be done because you want to perform, right? It baffles me that coaches are so unwilling to have a system and stick to it and get people to do stuff they don't want to do. That's why they're hiring you. That's why they need accountability. So doing the work, that accountability, is the whole point of it is do stuff you don't want to do. So for me, like coaches, is that they're notoriously bad at sharing any of their journey through muscle gain, strength gain, power gain, testing, anything like that. They don't share it and then wonder why no one signs up for it. So during the winter, they need to be sharing their programming, their training, their progress just as diligently as they share their holiday shred that they do and the fat loss program or the shoot prep they do. Then because they wonder why no one bothers then. I'm like, well, because they don't
Yeah,
think you can do it, mate. That's why.
that is a big thing. I think, yeah, you're damn right. Because they share their fucking holiday shred all the time, right? But not why are they
All
not
the
sharing
time. And
what they
and
do in
and
the
I
off
and I
season?
get pissed off with coaches because I go, you look the same as last time.
Because yeah,
And
you
yet
haven't
yet
bulked
you
or
yet
gained, whatever it
yeah,
is.
but yet you moan to people all the time and go, oh, no one commits to a bulking phase. And I go, did you? No,
Mhm.
right. Well, I'm sorry, but like you can't moan about it then. You can't do that. And again, it's it's like I don't know. As soon as I explain to them, they go, "Oh yeah, like now you're saying that, I see that." I'm like, this is why people don't sign up with you for muscle gain. This is why they bugger off as soon as they've done their fat loss because you never show it, you never talk about it. You always look the same. You've not shown your progression from shoot to shoot of taking an 18-month period where you just gain muscle. And the ones that do, by the way, are the ones that keep clients for 2 years because they can see the benefit of doing that. And again, like you said, testing throughout that process. Why are you not testing 3 RMs on certain movements, 5 RMs on certain movements? Why are you not showing your clients they're making progress on the chest press machine? Why are you not showing them that they can now improve their strength and they're getting stronger and go for a
Mm.
testing phase? I don't care whether it's optimal or not. I don't care if it's going to actually. All I care
Mm.
about is you going, look how much you've improved over
Yeah,
those 12
literally.
weeks. You
And I
you will
think
have gained muscle. You must have done because you wouldn't have improved that otherwise. Next one, we're going to focus on getting here. Here's a target for next one. They're sticking around, mate.
and the thing is that people will be like, oh, but we see the progress in the program when they track their weights. Client doesn't fucking want to look at that. Trust me.
Nope.
Trust me. The
Nope.
coaches don't want to look at it. Like, that's the point. Don't look at your volume load. Don't get into those numbers. Create a specialty of like day and excitement or whatever every 3, 4 months. And like you have that excitement to physically fucking show it and from A to B instead of, oh, but you look at this graph, it gradually went up. Fucking gives a shit. Like, show that number. That's bigger than that one. Cool. Right, do that. That is
Yep.
so much more powerful than the fucking graph that vaguely goes up. I'm like,
100%.
cool. It's crazy. Yeah, because I get
But
that.
but
They're
but
like,
again,
oh,
but again, Tom,
but your pro.
no coaches are doing it themselves. They're not. None
Yeah,
of
very
them.
true. Yeah.
None of them are doing it themselves.
Which
And
which
this is
is
the
obviously
problem.
what I
It's
told
leading from the front.
everybody in the group. I said, you all have to do it before you give it out. I'm like, do it.
100%. Because then
Go
you're going to get
do it.
clients go, can I do that? Oh, can I do some tech? Can I? They'll be
Yeah.
amazed how many people go, oh, that's intriguing. What are you doing that for? Why'd you do that? Oh, mate, don't get me started on this because it really winds me up. It really grinds my gears with this because me and Mike were talking the other day about YouTube. We were talking about this because we were sat there talking on the call. We're like, oh yeah, but yeah, I don't think we ever really did a great job of showcasing maybe our phases of muscle gain. And then we were like, no, actually, we did on YouTube every week. We just went through our training programs, what we were doing, what our goals were, what we were working towards, maybe a little physique update and stuff. We were like, no, we were doing it. We didn't at the time think it because it was just content, it was just us having fun.
Mm.
But we were doing all the right things without even realizing. It's only now in hindsight, you look back and go, no, we were showing muscle gain. We weren't just dieting all the time. We were showing how to reverse out of things. We were, and it's just amazing how when you look at it, you go, oh, no, we were doing all the right things. That's how we managed to reverse engineer it to show people this is what you need to be doing because we were challenging each other. We were doing against each other. We were doing like strength tests by body weight or whatever. We were going, oh, who can do this? Who can do that? Yeah, everyone wants clients, mate. No one wants to do the work. That's the problem.
That's the thing. Everybody wants clients. They come to you. Like, how many clients can I pick up in 3 months? And I'm sitting there going, core product. Like, you got those clients, but you're not going to keep them past 3 months, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah, just which is so lame to be like talking about, isn't it? And like literally having that
Hmm.
call with someone today, they were like, "This is all the shit that helps me keep my clients past 3 months." And he was like, penny dropped. He was like, "How are you keeping people for 2 years?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's far easier to keep the fucking person that's in the building rather get a new one in. Like,
Hmm.
so much easier. They've already bought into you. Like, make them worth your while." Our like clients are worth tens of thousands of pounds to us. Like that's what they should be. Not, they might pay me 900 quid for 3 months. No, make it last that much longer. And you got like security. Crazy, crazy.
I think I've got it. I think I've got actually the data here because I think it pops up sometimes. But
Like
I
spend or whatever it is. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah, I've got it.
my
I
so
looked at mine today and I was like, oh, who's
my
my
top four my top four have paid me the top four because that's just all I can see. The top four, right? 15 grand each.
yeah,
All still my clients. All
I
still my
mean,
clients. Like all of them. Like
obviously mine's
it's
a bit skewed and different in it because it's like 1 to 1. But if you look at it just on online, yeah.
it's just mad. Like when you look at it and you go, like, I look at the number of payments made, right? 40, 31, 30, 30, 38,
Hmm.
21, 22, 22, 36. It's like, mate, people can't keep
That's the
a
thing.
client
So
for half that time. Like,
I just to put this in proof in the pudding. Yeah, mine on online is about 10 grand, but I've not been online coaching that long in perspective.
no.
And just to prove it 1 to 1 coaching, how long people can, and I have not been
Oh,
like,
you must have, I reckon
well,
one
if
of
you
your
go
clients would have
net,
paid you
like,
like a
well,
yearly
obviously
salary almost.
I've only really like, so probably 1 to 1 since I left Third Space, essentially that
Yeah.
this is. So I don't know when that would be, like 2.5 years ago,
Mm.
maybe. And this person has moved away 22 grand.
I'd say double. It's gonna be double what you've just done there. Yeah,
Yeah,
easily.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Average is 17. So it's like, all right, keep that person, keep them. That's what they keep coming back for, right? But yeah, it's there. Just yeah, that's the perspective of trying to instead of getting the new person through the door, we'll beat the drum on retention.
Mm,
Well, this moves into a very angry podcast. Eye-opening, I guess, for some people though. So yeah.
maybe.
But you need a bit of both. You need a bit of Dan's know-how in terms of business, but you also need to understand how to fucking keep that client with your core product. So yeah.
Mm, there you
Both.
go.
Any other business, Dan?
Not for me, mate. I'm hungry. Need to get some dinner, and yeah,
Mm.
that's that.
I need to go
We
for
need
a
to plan our
run.
next golf trip, mate, next year. We're not gonna be able to do it this year because you're doing too much traveling. But
Well,
there
I'm doing
you
traveling next year as well.
go. Oh, sit now. You're
If you want to
traveling
come to
too
South
much.
Africa or Mexico, then it's fine. But I've got weddings to go to.
Yeah, maybe it'll be 2027 then. Maybe it's going to be Ryder Cup year.
It's
We'll be doing some
fine.
golf.
Well, we're gonna be playing golf around Thingbobby, the Open,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah,
but we'll probably
that's
have to
true.
book that probably soon.
We will. Yeah. Did you say your clients are going? I can't remember if you
I
spoke to
got.
me.
I'll ask Keith. I'm in with him tomorrow. So,
Speak about that.
oh,
Right.
yes. All right.
Have a good one. See you later, guys.